going to very briefly talk to you about IHC, or the Investor Hosting Center. We are extremely proud to be title sponsors of this year's Zimbabwe Business Expo here in the UK, because we believe very much that Zimbabwe has a lot of value to offer the world. We know that Zimbabwe is home to a lot of us. Maybe some of you have been there recently, maybe you've not been there in a long time, but Zimbabwe has a lot to offer the world. But we have also seen that investing in Zimbabwe has proved to be challenging for people who are not on the ground in Zimbabwe sometimes. Some of you will know that it is often the case that people throw a lot of money into investments and lose their money, whether because they trusted relatives or they trusted businesses that were not necessarily what they purported to be. That doesn't mean that Zimbabwe does not have opportunities. It doesn't mean that there is not an opportunity for you and I to make money. But it just means that we need a way to find legitimate opportunities and connect them to serious investors. Now, IHC is here to bridge the gap between investors who have capital they want to deploy into our beloved homeland, Zimbabwe, and people who have opportunities that are legitimate and bankable, so that investors and opportunity owners can meet in the middle on our platform. Very briefly, what we do is we onboard opportunity owners. So if you have a farm, you have a real estate project, you have an agriculture project, you have a mining project, we'll get to know that opportunity and get as many details as we possibly can. That includes bankable documentation. We want to see the reports. We want to see what makes that opportunity that opportunity. We do our diligence, we include that opportunity on our platform, and we include the key documentation behind a paywall that I'll discuss later, and we can show you some demonstrations if you come to our stand. So we diligence the opportunity to the best possible standard, so that any investor who's on our platform is not just looking at images and renderings, but they're able to see the underlying documentation. They can see who owns the opportunity. They can see the cash flows. They can see the projected cash flows. They can get a sense of if it's a real estate opportunity, they can see the title deeds, for example, which are all very key, important pieces of information before you make an investment. We're trying to remove the dangers and the risks that come with trying to invest in Zimbabwe without really knowing what's happening on the ground. Now, of course, there's risk in any business, so ultimately, once you make an investment, it's up to you how you manage it, it's up to you how you make the most of it. But we're trying to make the journey to investing in Africa and investing in Zimbabwe in particular as smooth and easy as possible. Now, we also diligence the investors. So we've noticed that there are many opportunity owners in Zimbabwe, people with really impressive projects who are struggling to find funding, struggling to find capital, even though it's definitely there. There's someone in this room potentially, someone in this city maybe, someone in this country who has exactly the funding you're looking for your project. So the question is, how do you, as an opportunity owner with a farm in Zimbabwe or a mine in Zimbabwe, find that capital? IHC is the solution to that problem. We diligence the investors, and we make sure that only serious investors are included on our platform, so that we don't waste time for opportunity owners who are serious about their project. We want to put you in a position where if you have something to offer the world and it's in Zimbabwe, then we bring the world to you. We bring you investors who are serious about investing in you. Now, ultimately, what we're selling at IHC is not just a platform. We're selling confidence in your investing process. We want you to be in a position where if you're an investor, you can invest with confidence. If you're an opportunity owner, you can be confident that the investors who are coming to you are exactly who they say they are, and they have the funds that they have. As part of our offering, we have a number of services which include hosting services. Again, I grew up here in the UK. I'm very fortunate that my parents insisted we must go back to Zimbabwe almost every year. So I started off not speaking any Shona at all, but eventually people laughed at me enough that I said I must learn how to speak this language. And I'm proud to say today I can in fact speak Shona. I'm not going to give you a demo of what that sounds like, but just imagine me speaking Shona and you know that I'm really a son of the soil. But there are many people who grew up in the UK and you don't really know what's happening on the ground in Zimbabwe, but you have some capital, you've worked really hard, you've saved some money, now you want to go and invest in your home country. We are happy to offer hosting services which include connecting you to travel agencies and services, also connecting you to airlines, and helping to make your journey to Zimbabwe smoother and easier. On top of that, we also offer a number of specialist services. So if you're looking at really complex investments like mining, we also have geologists, we have a number of different specialist services that we can offer to help you to do more due diligence on your particular project. We're extremely grateful to each and every one of you who has signed up so far, and I think we'll have a QR code that you can scan to sign up on our website. But please feel free, if you have any more questions, to come to our stand. We're happy to talk you through the product, and we are extremely grateful for anybody who's going to trust us to be their premier gateway into investing in Zimbabwe. Thank you so much.